Hello, this is DIvon, and I'm going to be asking myself 50 questions that I found from the internet to share them with you. Number 1. What was your favorite food when you were a child? I would have to say that the Persian chicken and rice. Crack the egg open, put the egg in the rice. I'm half Persian, so sometimes I would get that with my dad. So it's in my roots. But the chicken kebab, Persian rice, juicy rice, that was my favorite. Question number 2. What's the number 1 most played song on your iPod? My iPod, we're going to iTunes right now. Let's see. Songs. I'll do it by plays. 743 plays. It's a song I wrote called Octothorpe. It's a song that I posted on YouTube where I am hitting a speed bag. It's a short one. It's less than a minute long, so maybe that's why it's got so many plays on there. I'm surprised that that's number 1. Or maybe I had it on auto repeat at some point. Alright, question number 3. What is one of your favorite quotes? Well, I have my favorite quote recently in my mind right now. It's a quote from Harvey Specter on one of my favorite shows, Suits. And the quote is, "It is easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission." I love that quote. Okay, so question number 4. What's your favorite indoor/outdoor activity? I think it's making music. It's music or photographs, or I'm creative in so many different fields, so like a music video. It's the whole thing. It's you take the music and the writing and the beat making and photography and acting. I like that one's tough. I think it's like a director that does everything. That's my most enjoyable activity. I also enjoy playing basketball. Maybe that would be a good answer. Number 5. What chore do you absolutely hate doing? Laundry, but laundry's not so bad. Dishes? Trash? Oh, I got it. Picking up the leaves. I moved in a new home. We got 2 big trees on each side of the home. And when it falls, I mean the whole grass on both sides is just filled up. I filled up like 7 bags. And that was really annoying because when you pick it up, they're just going to fall again. And it's just over and over and over again. I would enjoy paying somebody to do that. That is something that I did not enjoy doing. Number 6. What is your favorite form of exercise? Favorite form. It might be basketball. I love playing basketball. Time goes by fast when I'm playing basketball. Basketball over swimming, although I do enjoy swimming. The boxing was good. I don't think it was as good as basketball. Jogging, running, yeah, that's good, but basketball gets that. What is your favorite time of day or week/month of the year? Favorite time of day is late at night, because it's usually cooler late at night. It's more peaceful, calm, quiet. I love the moon, so I'll go with 3 a.m. I suppose. Favorite time of the week is Friday. As a server, I enjoy serving Friday during the day the best. My favorite time of the year, I guess it would be around my birthday time, which is coming up. September 30th is my birthday. That's usually when school would start. Nice and cool temperature outside. Good vibes. Question number 8. What's your least favorite mode of transportation? Alright, well, what do we got? We got driving, taking the bike, walking, taking the bus. Once took a bus to Lake Tahoe. It took a long time. It's crowded on the bus too. We'll go with the bus at a particular time. What is your favorite body part? Number 9. Okay, we'll go with what is my favorite body part on a woman. I got a few. I like the V in front on the stomach, and I like the dimples on the back. Number 10. What sound do you love? There's so many different sounds. What sound of music do you love? What like little sound on your ringer on your phone do you love? What kind of sound do you love? Although I was listening to jazz, or I am listening to jazz. It's definitely a good sound for when you're talking. Right now I'm listening to air jazz. So I'll go with air jazz in the moment for favorite sound. Okay, these are the what if questions. Number 11. If you could throw any kind of party, what would it be like and what would it be for? Well, the party would be for gathering many enjoyable people together to celebrate life. It'd be for everyone. What would it be like? I would like to have a party where everyone has something enjoyable to do. A lot of different activities. With our family parties, we've had volleyball in the pool. That's been fun. They play corn toss. That's cool. Pool. I would like to have Nintendo Wii going. Different competitive things. Some creative things. Number 12. If you could paint a picture of any scenery you've seen before, what would you paint? I've seen a few paintings that were of like an aura type of energy. I really like those. That'd be kind of nice to have some energy type of paintings. I also like maybe giant paintings of a city, like they have on Suits. They use those for the background. It's like a make-believe they're in the office. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. Number 13. If you could choose to stay a certain age forever, what age would it be? Well, I'm 32, moving into 33, and I'm starting to feel a little achy. Although this age is pretty good because I'm feeling more wise. Okay, perfect age. Say 28. I think 28 would be a good age. 25, 21. We'll go with 28. Final answer. Number 14. If you knew the world was ending in 2012, what would you do differently? Well, it's 2014, so this is obviously an old questionnaire. So let's say the world was ending this year, at the end of the year. What would I do if I knew it was ending? I would spend more of my money, right? Because you're not going to have the money, so you're going to want to spend it. What would I spend the money on, right? What would I spend the money on? I've been wanting to visit London. A trip. That's going to be like, say, $1,000. That would be something I would like to spend my money on. That's what I would do. Number 15. If you could choose anyone, who would you pick as your mentor? See, it's hard not to already choose the ones that have been your mentor. Because right now my mentor is my adopted grandfather named Art. and I've enjoyed the mentorship that I've gotten from him, that I've received. Who would I pick as my mentor? Merlin. That would be a good mentor. Although, is there a person out there named Merlin? Or the actual greatest wizard of all? Yeah, it didn't say it has to be real. It can be imaginary. Merlin is my mentor. Okay, who would you pick as your mentor? If you could witness any event, past, present, or future, what would it be? What would I like to witness? Wow, okay. I'm going to have to go with something with the Jesus time. What would be the best part to witness with Jesus? Would I want to witness him on the cross? Or some of the miracles, right? Okay. So we'll just leave it at Jesus. I would enjoy witnessing that. Number 17. If you could learn to do anything, what would it be? See, this is where the creativity can just go, Like I want to learn to be like Xavier. Have that mind power. Get more creative. More control. Right? Is it a control? Is that what Xavier is doing? He's controlling other people's minds or having greater influence? That would probably be good. Yeah. We'll go with Xavier powers. Number 18. If you had to work on only one project for the next year, what would it be? If you had to work on only one project. See, this is where you make your one project a project that has many projects in it. Something like a film, right? You get one project, a film. And you can put music in there. Music's part of the film. We'll go with film because it puts a lot of projects in there. So, film. If you had to work. Number 19. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? Alright, number 19. If I can't die, what would I do? What would be fun to do? You say I would like to jump into a volcano. But just because I can't die doesn't mean I can't feel pain. So if I jump in the volcano, it's going to be painful. Probably not a good idea. Save somebody. A hostage. Is there a hostage somewhere? I'm going in there. Yeah, that'd be good. Save someone's life. If you're immortal for a day. Number 20. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? No longer John. Your new name. Foundation. Done. Boom. Got it. If you could meet anyone, living or dead, who would you meet? Okay. Right, we got our Jesus, and we got Merlin, Gandhi, Buddha. Who would you meet? Anyone dead or alive? Well, on that one, I'm going to go with Jesus again. We'll go with Jesus. If you won the lottery, this is question number 22, what is the first thing you would do? I'd probably just, I don't know if it's yell and scream, release of adrenaline, get crazy, or if it's just more of a sit back and soak it in and start to figure out how I'm going to handle all of the steps that I'm going to have to take, because there's going to be a lot of things that would have to be done. So either really focus or, go crazy and lose it. I think I might just be in shock and do the focus and not make a sound. Question number 23. If you were reincarnated as an animal, drink, ice cream flavor, what would it be? If I was reincarnated as an animal, dolphin, right? Dolphin's most intelligent. It's up there. I'm going to be a dolphin. If I was a drink, what drink am I going to be? I'm going to be water, because it's pure. Okay? And wherever the water is the best, that's the water I'm going to be. Ice cream flavor, I kind of like that. I would have to pick my favorite ice cream in my mind. It was like White Russian. I worked at Ben & Jerry's and we made a shake with the White Russian ice cream, and that was phenomenal. Maybe some kind of like Snickers ice cream, caramel. It might be pretty good too. Okay, so one of those ice creams. Question number 24. If you could know the answer to any question besides what's the meaning of life, what would it be? Right? Some people might say, when am I going to die? Would I want to know that? It might be just to ask. I would use that question on the next person that I fall in love with. Is that person worth falling in love with? Or who is the person who is my soulmate? That'd be a good question to know, right? Question number 25. If you could be any fictional character, who would it be? Fictional. Make-believe. Well, there's Howard Rourke from The Fountainhead, a book that I read, and I really enjoyed him. He was really into his work, had good character. We could also go with Xavier, right? A fictional character. You got Wolverine too. Kind of like the Wolverine character. It's a cool character. Okay, personal questions. Number 26. Which celebrity do you get mistaken for? Not as much anymore, but Ben Affleck would be my number one. I've gotten that quite a bit. And not mistaken for, but a lot of people say, you remind me a lot of Ben Affleck. Looks, sound. So I'll go with that one. Number 27. What do you want to be when you grow up? Right? Because I'm an artist. So it's like I want to be, like a Pablo Picasso, Monet, Marcel Duchamp, John DIvon. One of the greatest artists the world has ever seen. 27. 28. When you have 30 minutes of free time, how do you pass the time? I think I spend a lot of time on the internet. 30 minutes of free time, I get onto the internet and I surf. I surf the net. A lot of time on the internet. Facebook, Twitter, Model Mayhem. All of my different empires growing. Networking. 29. What would you name the autobiography of your life? Something John DIvon. Right? John DIvon. John DIvon, The Foundation. The story of John DIvon, The Foundation. That'd be a crazy story. Okay. Number 30. What songs are included on the soundtrack to your life? The songs that are included to the soundtrack of my life are going to be the songs that I've done. I got hundreds. Personal history questions. Number 31. Have you ever had something happen to you that you thought was bad, but it turned out to be for the best? Yes. Lots of times. Recently, the hangers in the laundry room fell down. Took a shirt off, collapsed. And this has happened a few times. I've had things just collapse and fall down, and it's frustrating. I took all the clothes, put them on the bed, and it was a process. It took me a long time to fix the damage that happened when they collapsed. But while they collapsed, an idea hit me to put a dresser in there, and I put the anchors on the wall, and I put the rack up much stronger. It was much stronger than it was before. And now with the dresser underneath, it just looks so much better. So that was a recent time where something bad happened, but usually when bad things happen, I find a way to do more good to compensate for the bad, so that way the bad was a blessing. Number 32. What was one of the best parties you've ever been to? One of the best parties I've ever been to. Well, in 2014, it was a pool party where I was a photographer. That was a good party. I really enjoyed myself. There was one before. I remember when I was living with a roommate. We had a Halloween party. Everyone dressed up. Or it wasn't a Halloween party. It was like a pajama jam party, like Kid and Play. Had a nice little buzz and had a good vibe. I was talking to a friend in my room, and by the time I went out to enjoy the party, the police were there. That was a party that I was a little bummed out about that being cut short. Number 33. What was the last movie, TV show, or book that made you cry or tear up? The last movie. Well, that might be Forrest Gump. I know it's an old movie. I watched it recently. It still gets to me when Forrest Gump talks to Ginny at her grave. 34. What's the hardest thing you've ever done? The hardest thing that I've ever done was saying goodbye to a little boy to whom I acted as a father to for 2 years. That was tough. Not my son. Not my blood son, but for 2 years I was the dad. And I had to cut off that relationship. And that was hard. That would definitely make top 5 hardest things I've ever done. There might be something else that was up there, but that can go. Number 35. What was the last experience that made you a stronger person? The last experience that made you a stronger person. That's crazy. It can be simple things too, Like I work today, and I was in a section serving that was like a downgrade from the section that I normally have on Friday. And the person that was in my section was struggling in the section that I'm normally in. And I had the option to not help, and watch her struggle. She would have got the job done, but it was a struggle. It wasn't as good of a job as I would have done. And still, I went over there and I cleaned her tables and I, helped her guests out. And I think that made me a stronger person. That was points for me going in a better direction. I feel better about myself for doing that. And the busser said, "Man, John, you're a good person." So that was a good choice. It's like a simple thing. It happened today. Number 36. What did you do growing up that got you into trouble? What did I do that got me into trouble? I stole some things. I've shoplifted. One time was I stole hockey cards from Target, and I don't even like hockey. It was strictly off of peer pressure. I got talked into, going in there. These other kids stole hockey cards. We left, and they talked me into going back in and doing it again. I went back in there and I got caught. That was an experience that got me in trouble. I've had some peer pressure times in my life, and I've learned from them. When was the last time you had an amazing meal? Question number 37. When was the last time you had an amazing meal? Was it today? Dinner? No. Earlier. I had cactus. I had cactus and corn tortillas and chips and beans and cheese. It was not amazing. And then earlier in the day today, I had a shrimp burrito. I could qualify. It was very good. I did enjoy the shrimp burrito very much. That's a great question. We'll go with shrimp burrito. Earlier today, Baja Fresh. Number 38. What's the best or worst gift you've ever received, given? The best gift that I've ever received. I've had some great gifts. Many great gifts in my time. Maybe even a computer. A Mac. My first Mac computer might go up there as a beautiful gift. One of the best gifts I've ever given to someone. Could be a necklace that I've made. It's a nice gift. A painting. Like a really nice painting. I've made some paintings that have been wonderful. I think some people really appreciated that. Alright. Number 39. What do you miss most about being a kid? Not feeling aches. That'd be good. From time to time I feel aches in my body. I also miss having more speed. You know, if I play basketball now, I'm not as fast as I was. So I miss that part. A lot faster. Number 40. What is your first memory of being really excited? You know, I was in a play in elementary school. I was excited to be in that play. That was good. First time I had one of those. Those were a long time ago. I was excited at those times. Number 41. What was the first thing you bought with your own money? You know, this is a cool story. I remember sitting outside on the rocks with a friend. And me and this friend were bummed out. And someone came along and gave us $5, which was a lot at the time, especially for a little kid. And we went to the liquor store and we bought some candy. We bought, some goodies from the liquor store. That was exciting. That was our own money. 42. When was the last time you were nervous? Maybe performing on stage? Or, yeah, it'd probably be with the girl. I went out and the woman was crying because her boyfriend left her. She was beautiful. And I asked her if she wanted to ride home because I thought her boyfriend just left her there. And we were talking, and her beauty hit me pretty hard, and there was like a nervous energy there. That might have been the last time. It was nice to be there for her, and nothing happened further except for, being able to comfort her when she was down. Number 43. What is something you learned in the last week? I learned that in our home, we have to give the grass less water because we are in a quote-unquote drought. And if we give the grass water on certain days when we're not supposed to, we can have a $500 fine where we live. That's what I learned. That was an unenjoyable thing to learn. 44. What story does your family always tell about you? Okay, my brother-in-law. He likes to always tell the story about how I got in between him and my sister and pushed them apart when they were sleeping together. I would go in there and I would just squeeze them apart. That's his story. He brings it up a good amount of times. My nieces like to tell a story about when we played hide and go seek and how I would leave them in the places where they were hiding. They would hide and then I just let them stay there. And also how I was a hyper kid. They like to bring up I was a very hyper kid. So those would be some moments that they tell a lot. At what age did you become an adult? Question number 45. We'll go with 18. Okay, random questions for the last 5. Is a picture worth 1,000 words? Elaborate. Yes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, especially to me. I see so much from a photograph. I see more from a photograph than you could write with 1,000 words. I pay a lot of attention to detail, and I read facial expressions, and I read body language, and I can see so much in a person from their photographs. It's amazing. Number 47 is a stupid question. Where's Waldo? Waldo is right where that red and white striped outfit is, with the glasses and the brown hair. That's where Waldo is. 48. The best part of waking up is... Am I supposed to say Folgers in your cup or coffee in your cup? The best part of waking up. I wake up. What's the best part of waking up? Oh, the best part of waking up is hitting that snooze button and then going back to sleep for a little bit, and you're just so happy that you set the alarm clock earlier so you could hit the snooze button a couple times and enjoy sleep longer. Number 49. How now, brown cow? Come on. And number 50 is what's up? What's up? That's what it says. How now, brown cow, and what's up? So I'm going to go ahead and conclude that this was the 50 questions with DIvon. Let's see how long that was. Peace.